More!
I feel like everything's like falling apart. Like this 2 weeks right before. Cast, crew, locations, everyone's not working out. We're deep in pre-production. We've been on like high gear for about a month or so. It's really getting intense now. Doing location scouting, we're still casting. Since this is completely self-funded, like we're not doing this with any studio or big company or brand, we're definitely trying our best to find ways to be creative with our resources and save on our budget since it's so small. But everyone's working really hard and everyone's just down for the cause and for the story. Everyone that we've showed is like, this needs to be made. This is a really, really important show and no one's really making anything like this. So we're all really motivated to make it happen.
Let's create some drama.
It's not gonna work.
I didn't know it was gonna be this hard.
This actually is kind of becoming. I don't know. I feel like as it's getting closer, like there's just gonna be more things like this.
Oh yeah, we're about maybe 40% of the way through pre-production at this point. I think the last 60% will start to kind of come together in these last 2 weeks. You never really get that full 100% because there's always that little bit that you can do to plan and to make things run smoother. We're about to take off right now to go do some more location scouts. I think we have about half of our locations so far locked in, so we have a few more that we need to look at, and hopefully these work out for what we're looking for.
I mean, this will be a nice background, so shooting this way, and then maybe after she leaves, and then he goes and talks to Brett and Jessica.
A lot of our locations come through friends of friends. So one of our good friends, her name's Adrian, one of her friends opened up this restaurant. It's kind of like made for me, you know. I like beer, they have beer. I like chicken wings. They got wings and onion rings and stuff, and they have succulents. It's the best.
Many years ago, I remember just wanting to like do a show that was basically like Asian Friends. I love Friends and I just love the idea of just like having like a good group of like characters and an ensemble cast. Also, like I wanted to see stories and I wanted to hear conversations that reflected what I talked about with my own friends in my real life, in my groups, like how we talked about relationships and family and career. But it kind of took this form into Yappie probably about a year and a half ago, when I wanted to kind of like focus it more on dealing with like more heavier topics and you know, like the socio-political climate and talking about issues of race and identity. And it was originally just going to be just one 30-minute pilot script that I was taking out to studios, but then we decided to scale it back, shoot smaller episodes, and do a longer series to just show a proof of concept and cover more topics that would be for our channel.
Today everyone's coming in, right? And we gotta figure out outfits. So then day of, we all have to be scrambling like, what are we gonna wear? What are we gonna wear? Because there's like so many people and we gotta dress all of them. So what I'm doing is like writing their names and the scene they'll be in. So after we get their outfits set out, they'll take a photo with this and be like, this is what I'm wearing. There's more people than I thought there'd be. I mean, more papers. Whoa.
So Yappie is basically like the term yap with yuppie, and the yap is a young Asian professional with like yuppie tendencies or qualities. It's basically the model minority, and that's the whole idea of the show, is that we wanted to dive into what the general Asian American perception of being the model minority is, and this group of friends who are all yappies slowly start to realize how their race has affected their lives, whether they knew it or not. And Andrew, the main character, which I'm playing, is starting to understand that he wants to be more than this model minority. He's going through some new experiences and new relationships that are challenging him to see himself in a completely different way that he never saw himself before. Because I think, you know, as Asian Americans, you know, we are sometimes like, yeah, we're told to just kind of keep our heads down and, you know, just do a good job and be quiet. And essentially we become this like forgotten minority or like this invisible minority. Everyone thinks that, yeah, Asians are fine or whatever, but like this show is aimed to kind of show that no, like there are things going on in our community and in our friend groups and in our lives that really deserve to be heard, and I think people would be really interested to know and listen in on what we're talking about.
Awesome, great job, guys. Thank you.
So that wraps up our table read. It was crazy. It was the first time we got to see like the principal cast together. Simu, Brad, Julie, Victoria, and then Phil in there too. The whole cast, not all the cast was there. So we'll be meeting most people later on during production, but we got a lot done today. We got to read through the whole script. Everyone's feeling really good about it. We got to pick out wardrobe, and we're looking good. 1 week away, but I think we're ready.
I always am apprehensive about directing and acting at the same time, which is why I think Taylor's going to be a huge help. He's already, directed a lot of stuff here at Wong Fu. It's been a while since I played a lead in something for such a long project. I think the last time was probably Fun Employed, which was like 8 years ago. But ultimately, I think it'll be a lot of fun. This character is obviously very personal to me since I'm writing and a lot of these thoughts and ideas are coming from my own personal experience. And it'd be the most fluid, I think, to just, I guess, do it myself, and hopefully I can do a good job. Really excited to kind of work with everyone, in this way where I'm relying on them to, make the best product while I'm in front of the camera as well.
I am preparing social to go out today, where we're announcing. Oh my god, I'm blinking. My brain hurts right now. We're stressed here. I'm hangry. But we're announcing like who's playing who, what their character name is. So I made a bunch of those, and I had to make a lot of edits because it's like, oh, we need that right shot, make them look flattering, so things like this. Oh, wow, amazing. Who that? Oh. So I didn't, yes. The end.
So today we're doing like camera builds. So we're gonna do a few different configurations. And so this one is pretty standard. It's our normal tripod configuration. But yeah, we're just figuring out what works best in terms of ergonomically and to make sure that we have like a fairly efficient shoot.
Welcome to our last pre-production meeting until going into filming. This is a little bit different than the call sheet that I normally make. If you notice on the top, I have a pre-call in there. So general crew call, 7:30. Background's gonna start showing up at 8.
Sounds like a good plan is to shoot the top and bottom of the scene, and then go into the group stuff.
And we can pull somebody to be her stand-in just for blocking's sake and editing's sake. Cool. So continue. I think camera's doing one more setup, and then we're gonna start loading up. Everybody knows their wardrobe for tomorrow, yeah?
Hey, great guys, we're here, we made it, and all of this hard work, so good job. Hey, watch it.
That needs to stay until tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. I'm not even sleeping tonight, man.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Okay, so Phil, remember your lines.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Here we go, let's do it! Well, that's it, guys, for pre-production. Tomorrow we start principal photography. All this work the past month and a half and all the writing from this past year is gonna finally be set into place. I'm so excited. Everyone's been working so hard. Everyone's dedicated so much time and energy and emotion to this. And I'm just so excited that we get to finally share this with you. Yappie's actually yapping. I guess we'll see you on set.